Is this actually live right now? Okay, we're good. I think we're good. All right. Welcome back to cryptofront. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. And indeed, today we literally have to do some literal fighting because the market is not looking too good. And man, I mean, even if you were to write some kind of a novel on how you would like execute the maximum pain on investors, you wouldn't written a better story like what we are having right now. There's just a lot of capitulation. Take a look at the right side of my screen, and you can see that they are minus 20%, minus 17%, minus, I mean, double figures towards the downside. And this is really one of the most painful periods that I've ever come across in this market. But the question on a lot of people's minds is this the end of the bull cycle? Are we going to be going into a bear market? And obviously, in bear markets, we expect things to crash maybe 70%, 80%, whatever the case may be, 90%. So this is the fear on a lot of people's minds. But I think, in my humble opinion, yes, I'm always bullish and stuff like that. And even today, I'm still very much bullish. The question, though, is, am I right? Right. This is the thing that has a lot of people scared right now with whatever is going to be happening in the market. But we'll take a look at the main charts that we should probably be paying attention to. So number one, we'll take a look at the others chart. Maybe that's not too good to start with. Maybe we can start with the total market cap of all crypto, just trying to see what the rest of the market is. So for now, you can see that we are at all-time highs, and this is very unusual that you have so much fear at the peak of the market, because usually you have got like so much euphoria at the peak of the market. Nobody wants to sell anything. It's so unusual, believe me. Every peak that we have had in this market, even in 2014, in 2017, there was not much fear at the top of the market like this one. So this is something that is very strange. And maybe this time is different in the market, but to be honest with you, most of the times things remain the same, and we don't experience something very much different. Coming to the reason as to why the market is dumping right now, it's because of the tariff announcement that was announced by the Trump administration on Friday. They were putting 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada. And in kind, Canada returned with, they retaliated basically with another 25% on the United States. The truth of the matter, though, is the Canadian government needs the United States much more than the United States needs the government. So I think at the end of the day, this is going to be a resolved issue. And once again, the market is overreacting to news. But I don't think that we should also ignore the reality of things, that there is a lot of fear right now and a lot of things are crashing. My opinion is that we still have got some way to go in this bull cycle. As you can see, just like what we did in 2021, it obviously doesn't feel like that, but I think that it's okay for it not to feel like that, because when things become too obvious, this is where you have got sloppy moments. So I still think the market can go as high as somewhere close to $10 trillion for this bull cycle. Now imagine $10 trillion with your altcoin that is only maybe something like $200 million in terms of its market cap right now. I think we're going to be in for some profits. So yes, this moment may feel like it's really terrible and stuff like that, and a lot of us have gotten things wrong. 100% will get things wrong every now and then, but the truth of the matter is that even if you take a look at this uptrend of the total market cap of crypto, there were some pullbacks which were very scary. You can see this one, for example. These are 30%, minus 30%. These are things which are not too good. If you had sold this dip right there, you would have missed this whole move towards the upside. And I know this sounds like a motivational speech or anything like that, but that's also the reality of the market. I don't think it's a good idea right now to sell crypto, because I believe that there is so much more to come, right? And of course, it doesn't feel like that right at this point, but it has never felt like good in any instance, right? So let me show you the Jasmy price set, for example. I know not everybody is interested in Jasmy at this point, but when we kickstarted this bull cycle, there was a minus 63% drop. Then we pumped a little bit much more. We dropped another 40%, pumped a little bit much more, dropped another 46%, pumped a little bit much more, and we dropped another 67%. So you can see that on the way up, there are some very much violent dropbacks. And you can see even the recent one that we have had up until this point, we are down 60%. Yeah, this is really terrible. But then again, if you take a step back and say, okay, during this whole period, how much has the price risen towards the upside? And you realize that it has actually gone up 20x. even though it has been dropping 60%, 70%, 65%, 40% every now and then. So these are things that we live through in this market, and this is exactly where the filter is done. Like, this market is not for everybody, and people are not willing to accept that. There's some people who cannot tolerate a minus 5% loss. It's just like that, because you're coming from maybe the legacy stock market where a minus 2% in a day is like horror. In this market, these things are very normal. And it also doesn't make any sense to stay bullish when you're seeing minus 60%. But just because of the things that we have seen, I've been in the market, for example, 2017, and you can see that, things like this happen on a regular basis. Think about the FTX crash, the Luna crash that we had in 2021, so many other things. For example, in 2020, we had the XRP crash when XRP was being sued by the SEC and stuff like that. So I think that for somebody like me, we are very much accustomed to negative price action, because in the long run, you still see that you're going to make tons of money in this market. So I guess at this point, people who are panicking got into the market maybe earlier last year or things like that. They probably don't have that kind of strength to endure the kind of volatility that we are seeing in the market. But eventually, I expect things to cool off, and we will be going up once again in the market, right? So I showed you total 2, which is at all-time highs. Very, very much strange for this to be so much fear in the market. Then, of course, if we take a look at total 2, now this is market cap of cryptos, but excluding BTC, right? So if you go here, total 2, let's see the location where we are in, because these indices, they are very, very important in just trying to show the direction of the market. Now, what you see is that we are also at a very big support level right now. So the deal in markets is that when you get to support levels, when it's actually time to be buying, this is where the fear is like at the maximum. And today is actually very true for that. So we have got the support level in which we were seeing a rally back here in 2022, I want to believe, in 2022 before the whole capitulation. So it seems like we have had that one as a resistance here already. I mean, take a look at this. Let me just make sure that everybody's seeing what we are doing. So we have got this rally ends into a rejection. Then we also rally into that moment early 2024. Then we get rejected once again. Now we've managed to break above that level. And I mean, technical analysis 101 says that you have to backtest the previous resistance, turning it into a support level. So could this be the same thing that is happening at this point? I would say 100% it's I'm saying 100%. More likely than not, it's something that is happening right now. Again, to live through these moments is the worst thing on planet Earth, because it doesn't feel too good. We can see right now. It was, 2 days ago, we were celebrating that Jasmy was up 40%. Today, not too good, right? So this is the same thing that is happening here with the total 2. I think we are on a support level, but is there anything else that can support this idea? Honestly speaking, if we look at the RSI, it doesn't look too good. But just ideally speaking, looking at resistance and support levels, this should be a support level. In any case, we can probably take a look at the Fibonacci retracement tools to try and see if there's any important Fibonacci retracement level there. So from the bottom there until the very top, we can see if we zoom in. Again, to be honest with you, not really much of a strong support coming in. Maybe if it was the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, we could have said, okay, no, there is some support level. The only thing that we have is market structure here. In other indicators, no, they're not showing anything like a support level is coming in. But as I was saying, when it's a support level, like main support level, there should be some kind of a reaction that shows up from there. So let's see what eventually happens. But so far, that support level has not been broken yet. So that is, a glimpse of hope. The thing though is BTC is now right around $97,000. Okay. There seems to be like a distribution structure that is happening with BTC. But at this point, I would think that a relief probably is coming. Why? Because again, from a Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom until the top here, we have reached exactly the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. That is right around $97,000. Okay. So why is this important? Back in 2021, we had a similar distribution structure here for BTC. And we happened to find that once we were beginning to form the first peak, we were bouncing out of the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement level once again. So if you take a look at this from the bottom until the top, you are supported exactly at that 1.61 at the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement level, I should be saying. So far so good. BTC has been supported at $97,000. I would say that this is, for me, the last line in the sand, because if it drops that level, yeah, it's going to be ugly. This whole thing is going to be ugly. It's going to be looking like a double top kind of a thing here, right? So once you start breaking this neckline right around, maybe we can be saying $90,000, that's not going to be too good. But for now, I mean, we are still way far from that. We have to hold $97,000 and see what happens with Bitcoin. So yeah, again, one other thing that is happening here is that it's very strange because the market is dumping like this when actually it's a weekend. If this was like a Wednesday or a Tuesday like this, I would be much more scared, because I know that even like the more sophisticated investors are panicking bigly right now. It appears as if it's retail investors, because we can see the hit that altcoins are taking. I don't think like there are big institutions chasing altcoins that much, but I mean, this is insane. So another thing that I was also, very looking forward to is the Bitcoin CME gap, because what happens with the Bitcoin CME gap is that most of the times it actually gets filled. So if I go to my bookmarks here, I was bookmarking a tweet from cryptofront exactly. So no, this one right here. You can see he was posting earlier today that there is a CME gap right around $102,000 for BTC. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, this CME gap happens to be filled, 99% of the time, and they happen to be filled within the same week. So if history is going to be any indication here, because 99% is actually a lot, 99% chance that we'll see 102K this week for BTC. Now, if that happens, be rest assured that your altcoins are going to be bouncing very strongly. So this is something to look forward to be honest with you, the Bitcoin CME gap, because you remember that the crash began on Friday when other markets were towards closing, right? So we just saw a little bit of a drop in the NASDAQ, in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, but crypto, because we trade 24/7, we're seeing most of the heat right now. Again, by the time we get to Monday, maybe there can be some news that, Donald Trump and maybe some people in Canada have come to an agreement, because the issue is actually very much petty, right? It's about immigration and stuff like that. So probably one side is going to capitulate, and what happens when they capitulate, right? The market will start pumping again. I mean, it's in my humble opinion, the market is overreacting a lot, right? So let's take a look at ICP Internet Computer Protocol, because I think we've already taken a look at Jasmy right now. There isn't much to talk about, except that in moments like these ones, it's about conviction, right? Are you into cryptocurrencies or you're not, right? Because if you don't like cryptocurrencies too much, there's just no way you're going to be surviving a minus 63% by minus 40%. It's only people who are very much invested in this market who can survive this kind of things. So yeah, I wanted to touch a little bit much more on the Bitcoin dominance, because this is scaring a lot of people. And honestly speaking, I myself was thinking that by now we would have seen some kind of a rejection. Up until Friday, everything was looking great. Ethereum had started moving as well, and we saw that dominance being rejected bigly. But ever since this tariff issue, this has not been the case. Now, on our side, we still have got this area around 61.4%. If this BTC dominance breaks 61.4%, I think we are in trouble, because what it's doing basically is setting higher highs each and every single time it's going. And what that means, there are two things, right? It's either BTC is going to continue going without the rest of the market, or Bitcoin is going to be dropping relatively slower than other altcoins, meaning a bear market is already in play. So this Bitcoin dominance is going to be something that we have to pay super close attention to. Other than that, I mean, it's not going to be looking too good. I think I should repeat this one more time. So what we are seeing here with BTC is that there is a potential that we can have a double top in terms of the Bitcoin dominance here. So if that happens, that's good for altcoins, because a lot of market share will come into out. We have a hot season. The market finishes just as it has done in the past. We'll all be rich and, we'll be singing Kumbaya, whatever the case may be. But if BTC goes ahead and sets a new high here, right around 61.5%, that's not going to be too good. That's not going to be too good because it means that either BTC is going to continue rising and leaving other altcoins in the dust, or a bear market has begun in which altcoins are actually bleeding way much more faster than the Bitcoin price is doing. So these scenarios are very important to pay attention to. Right now, no serious danger. And I liked one post actually from Crypto Rover. Once again, I'll probably show you later in the stream, which was indicating that, yeah, this BTC dominance can turn at some point. So yeah, that's where we are right now. BTC dominance we have looked at, the total 2 we have looked at, and what else did we take a look at? Total 1, which is the total market cap of all crypto. So this is like general idea. Again, let me just reiterate that one biggest strange thing that is happening here is that this is happening at the peak of the market, like at all-time highs. We are seeing this kind of fear. It's not usual. It's not usual. This kind of fear, you usually see it at bottoms when the market is actually starting to move towards the upside. So I think big news can drop actually on Monday, and we'll realize that the market was just panicking over nothing. Yeah, it really has been a tough time. Anyway, I mean, let's take a look at ICP Internet Computer Protocol. I think that a lot of people want to see that. So also, if you've got an altcoin that you want us to take a look at, I mean, you can just go ahead and write it in the chat box and then we can discuss more. I mean, it's better to do this than making a video, because I'm very much sure that if I make a video today, by the time it's like 2 hours later, maybe that video is going to be obsolete because we are in a, environment where news is just like flowing too fast. So up until this point, ICP has been holding this upward sloping support. You can see here ever since something like July 2024, we were holding that throughout November, and up until January the 25th, we were also holding up really well. Today, the sad news is that we have already broken below that thing. So ICP is not looking too good. We have to find some support level somewhere. Okay, where would we be looking to find some support level? I think somewhere around $6.80 something cents is something that is very much logical, just right here where most of the capitulation is going to be happening. So the range is actually even wide. So for me, technical analysis on ICP right now doesn't make any sense, because I think that, still we have got, a project that has got potential to move towards the upside. If this is the bear market, I think I've already made my mind that, okay, we are going to go another 4 years, which is, to be honest with you, not another 4 years. We go 1 year to the downside, and then the second year is sideways. The third year, pretty much, we start beginning to push towards the upside. So I can wait for 2 more years on ICP. It's okay. But I don't believe that this is the case already. If you listen to me carefully with what I was saying, that I'm saying that nothing is concluded as of yet. BTC is still being supported about $97,000. The dominance has not exceeded 61.4%. At the same time, the total market cap of crypto is still holding its support level. So nothing at this point is conclusive. We're just waiting and following those things. I don't know how long this live stream is going to be, but yeah, we're going to be monitoring the situation very much closely. All right, so that's with ICP. We were holding support. I think right now we have lost that support level, so not looking too good, to be honest with you. Now, there is another chart that I was talking to a lot of people about, and this is the ACH chart. That's Alchemy Pay. Has been making a lot of noise of late, and deservingly so. The price action has really been good, and with Alchemy Pay, we were just going to break the last resistance, right? And this is where the bad news came in. I would have anticipated something like that, and that's still something that is welcome for me. But I believe that it's just a delay. Other than that, this whole thing is going to come back and come back very much strong, to be honest with you. So we have got this upward sloping support. We've got a resistance on top. We are getting that rejection, as you can see, and it's a massive one. But if you take a look at Alchemy Pay and look at the volume, this is where you realize that there is a lot of support for the resistance to be broken eventually. So now, yeah, we are still pulling back very much, but yeah, I think that it's not going to be a situation which is going to be lasting for a very long time. The resistance is going to get broken, in my opinion, and I'm expecting something like a 500% run from this whole thing, right? A 500%. This is like at the very, very minimum. And if this is to have an okay bull run, which we have seen with things like Cardano, Ethereum, the things VeChain, for example, in the last bull cycle, I'll be looking right around 32 cents or 33 cents to say that, okay, this is a good area for me to be taking profits. Now, from where the price is sitting, you'll be looking at right around maybe what, 600% or what. That's good. But I know that some people had bought this thing back here, for example. By the time you get there, you look very, very good. I mean, at 30x. Great. Let's take a look at another one. This is Telcoin. A lot of people have asked me about Telcoin. So we'll take a look at Tel USDT. And just as I said at the beginning, right, if you've got anything that you want us to take a look at, feel free to show me in the comment section and then we'll be able to talk. Wow. Up until this point, we were also still residing in the symmetrical triangle. This is broken towards the downside. So the bullish scenario here is kind of invalidated. Still, this is only short-term price action. If you want to look at long-term price action here, the weekly time frame, there is a very clear Wyckoff accumulation pattern. We have seen how Wyckoff accumulation patterns end. They usually, go ahead and reach the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is one of the charts which is looking very strong, to be honest with you, out there. And I'm rooting for it to do well. God help us, need some live leverage trades and lost so much. I have some leverage trade and lost so much. Damn. The thing with leverage though is if you're gonna be doing leverage, you have to do this with a stop loss, right? Yeah, we also have lost some trade in the Discord group that we have. But I don't think anybody has lost, that much of money, like, too much to say I'm decimated, because usually I'm telling people to put like the stop loss at, what is it called? Break even. So maybe 2% below your entry and stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to be losing every now and then, but you are not going to be losing too much, right? So if, for example, if you're putting your stop loss to 2% below, and you are in a trade that is maybe on the 5x or 10x, I mean, you're losing 20% at most, right? I mean, if you're doing 100x leverage, then that's going to be a problem. But right now is definitely not a time for leverage. I'll be honest with you. Holding spot is much better. So let's see what is being requested here. Gari, I think, is the ticker symbol. So that's GARUSDT. And see what we have right there, GRAUSDT. How come it doesn't show right there? Are you sure you didn't misspell the whole thing? Because, yeah, this is Gari. Okay, it's Gari. No problem. Let's take a look at it. Gari USDT. Maybe we can use the Maxi chart because it has got more data. Okay. Yeah, not too good. Not too good. What can I say here? This is a chart like no other. I've never seen a chart like this. I mean, I've seen, but yeah, this is a net downtrend. Usually what we want to see for those things, if there's going to be any reversal, is this bullish divergence. It actually has it on the RSI. It actually has it on the RSI. So what's this about now? Bro, I have no opinion on this chart. I have no opinion on this chart. Yeah, you can clearly see that it has this bullish divergence, right? Okay. But up until this point, it really hasn't meant much. Maybe if we were in a normal market, by this time around, you would have already been back towards these levels with a 6x or something like that. But right now, we don't have that yet. So I don't know. Somebody says we all got drugged. 100%. We all got drugged. And, it's up to people right now to sell on a loss or hold to zero. But I don't think we are really going to zero. I don't think we are really going to zero. So this is Ethereum. It's a big market indicator and it dictates a lot of things that happens in this market. So Ethereum, I'm looking at it on a 4-hourly time frame and I'm seeing quite some bullish divergences. I haven't seen anybody talk about this bullish divergence yet on crypto Twitter, crypto Twitter, whatever the case may be. Everybody is just looking like this monkey. I haven't seen anybody talking about the bullish divergence on Ethereum. I don't know, maybe they are not recognizing it yet because it's not looking too good. But yeah, let's see. Every chart is like on a critical point right now. If you look at the Bitcoin price, you look at the Ethereum price, you look at the total two, you look at the Bitcoin dominance, it's like everything has got a 50-50% of happening. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's see if we've got anything else. I wish I sold everything back in December and bought again now. Everybody feels like this, man. Everybody literally feels exactly the same. But the truth of the matter is that you don't know when exactly the market is going to be doing what. So the best thing to do, probably buy, set your targets, sit back and wait. Don't give yourself time, right, to say, okay, up until this point, I think the market will be like this. You really get disappointed for the most part because it's difficult to try and predict time. So yeah, Ethereum as of now is actually having some kind of bullish divergence. Other than that, I mean, I don't think I've seen people say anything about this bullish divergence. Let me see. Bitcoin dominance is pumping. We are now back above 60%. This is why this is not why alts are dumping. Alts are dumping. BTC is dumping less. That's why the Bitcoin dominance is going up. Don't get it twisted. All-time highs in February. If you can't hold, you won't be rich. Well, that's actually true, but it's so hard. The real altcoin season is going to happen. The top is definitely not in. So Crypto Rover is taking a look at what the market cap excluding the top 10. Yeah, but this actually is showing like resistance. This actually is showing resistance over the last 3 years. Anyway, I don't want to get into other people's analysis. I would rather do my own independent analysis here and show you exactly what I think. So Tosin Femi Olasemo, let's see here. What does he say? I can't wait for us to rally back. We'll start taking heavy profit. Yeah, I think we are gonna, man, the market always dumps, the market always recovers. It happens every single time. It's not like okay, what is this one? All right, so this guy has converted the fear index. I don't like people who go ahead and insult people who are scared of the market and call them, a vulgar language like this one. I don't think it's a good thing. I think everybody has got different risk tolerance and stuff like that, so that's not too good. Yeah, Alex Baker says that the bull case for crypto this year is outrageous. The bull case for memes is taking a break. Yeah, I think everybody has come to the realization that for the most part you're going to be losing money in meme coins, and I think it's a good thing because they've been grabbing a lot of liquidity. All this money and some of these roll back into more traditional bull run. Hopefully. I don't like meme coins, to be honest with you. Maybe it's not because I haven't won anything much from them, but I just don't like the way the culture is just too bad, man. It doesn't really sit well with me when it comes to what cryptocurrencies really stand for. Yeah, right at this point, still nobody is talking about the bullish divergence on Ethereum. So everybody low Q is made about tariffs. Everybody high IQ knows that the best possible scenario is that for the US. True, crypto is about to go into a massive bull run. Thank you, President Trump. I agree 100% with this guy. People don't understand anything about tariffs. They just think that Donald Trump is crazy because he looks crazy. Actually, a lot of things that he does are actually well thought out. So we'll see what eventually happens by there. Ethereum fell below $3,000. Okay, that's true. It fell below that. So what? It's still forming a bullish divergence right now. I think I'm gonna stay on this live stream for quite some time. I just want to see how the market is gonna be doing in the next 3 hours, next 4 hours. I don't know when the Asian markets are gonna be opening. I have to research that because once they do that, we also have got futures opening in the United States, and we can have a feel of how the market is gonna be opening. But my wild guess is that at some point this week, this market would have recovered because of this, CME gap that we have on the Bitcoin price. 99% of the times, these things get filled. So I would be betting that, okay, at some point during this week, right, the next week, or the new week, I should be saying, we'll see Bitcoin back above 100K again. So by then, altcoins would have done a lot of big bounces, to be honest with you. So for example, Jasmy is at 2.5 cents right now. I won't be surprised at the end of the week if I see it maybe at 3 something or 3.3 cents or anything like that. So this is the biggest hope that I have probably at this point, the CME gap, which is at 102.4K dollars for BTC, and 99% of the time we usually come back to fill this whole thing. So there is a date with that 102K for BTC. Let's see if we've got any suggestions, mind. I can't wait for us to rally back. Okay, no problem. Maybe a strong pullback at some point. Not sure when. Maybe a strong pullback at some point. Man, if this is not a strong pullback for you, I don't know what a strong pullback really looks like, because this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I myself really, I didn't understand the gravity of these things, because I had visited my girlfriend and I was just chilling, not looking at charts and stuff like that. I came back home yesterday and still I didn't make any video or something like that. I was not checking really the markets today. In the morning, I opened my portfolio and I said, no way, this is not true. Something crazy happened. This is when I eventually understood the gravity of the pullback. And I have to say that it feels like my portfolio is back exactly where it was back in October, I would say. Yeah, remember when we were saying October? Yeah, this is exactly where my portfolio is back today, or probably in some cases worse. So this really is a huge pullback, and huge pullbacks usually show that there is some kind of bounce that is going to be coming in right there. I wanted to do some analysis on Jasmy a little bit, because I was seeing some kind of a wake of accumulation pattern there, but I'm not sure if anybody is willing to to listen and be told that there is a wake of accumulation pattern there. This was the spring moment, anything. I think, you know, that analysis can be better done when the price is now, you know, moving towards the upside, because it's much more acceptable. But just from a experience point of view, guys, man, I've never seen a bear market that actually starts, number one, on the weekend. Number two, a bear market that goes on and starts fear at all-time highs. This is really interesting. It's something new that we have never seen before. So this is Jasmy. I would say this right here is a preliminary support. This goes on to be, you know, a selling climax. You have got your secondary taste. I'm saying secondary test in phase B. Then you've got another secondary test. This is your whole capitulation, and then a spring moment. Man, if the price dips below maybe 2.47 cents here, I really don't know what else happens with Jasmy, because this by now should be able to hold the price. So that's the wake of accumulation analysis. Maybe what I can do here is to go ahead and look at the anatomy of a trading range. Maybe we can copy that and paste it in and try to show you how these things play out. But you know what, honestly speaking, technical analysis is not important right now. Oof, XRP. That is crazy. That is so crazy. This was not true. This resistance was holding pretty strongly. Great. Now we are back at support levels for XRP. So honestly speaking, I'm a little bit hopeful on XRP than anything else right now, because at least I see something that is I'm familiar with, right? So, you know, waterfall crash, retrace, back test, off and away you go. This is the exact scenario that I'll be looking forward to for XRP. Yeah, it's looking like it has already back tested this whole thing as support, right? This is my bullish scenario for XRP. If it falls from here, I mean, if it drops maybe, let's say here, maybe, you know, $2.44 or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. I won't have any plan at that point. But in this scenario, I would have already said that this $2.50 was good enough. I would say that in my humble opinion. Let me not jinx anything about XRP, but $2.50 looks like it was already enough, I think. I can't wait. Okay, maybe a strong pullback at some point is yeah, a strong pullback, man. This is already a strong pullback. This is too much, guys. Show me the altcoins that you want us to take a look at so that we can look at it together. I cannot make a video on scenarios like these ones because whatever I'm gonna be saying after like literally 2 months, I mean 2 weeks, no 2 minutes, is gonna be obsolete because the news is coming in too fast. The news is coming in too fast. Just in data reviews that retail investors are panic selling as institutions currently accumulating. We know that has always been the truth, right? But this one, yeah, I think it's much more correct because this is happening over a weekend. Almost half of Canadian businesses are now planning to shift investments into the United States in response to President Trump's tariff. That will be a big success for the United States. Additionally, 60% has said they will now look to do what? To make business acquisitions in the United States and are bracing for recession in Canada. Oh, things don't look good for Canada. What I didn't understand about this one is why would Justin be coming up with retaliatory, tariffs on United States or on Trump, basically. He is outgoing. Why don't you leave it to the new administration? Oh my God. I wish I would be president one day. I'll probably be much more rational than a lot of these people. I would just be. It seems like Canada is going to be the biggest loser in all this. Father of what? Okay, it really doesn't matter right now. We want to see about the market. Yeah, there was actually bullish news in the market today, but nobody was paying attention to it because there are bigger things at play right now. And they are saying that they're going to be changing their crypto policy. So let's see what happens with that right now. But today definitely is not a very good day for crypto. Things are not looking too good. What the hell is this? Okay, stupid things are now showing up on my feed. Bitcoin is now below $97,000. Senator Lumi says the United States can cut debt in half with strategic Bitcoin. It's happening. So this is 4 minutes ago. This is actually breaking news that she is proposing that we can cut the debt by a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is breaking below $97,000. Let's find out how this is going to be working, shall we? If you happen to be an ICP holder, there actually was massive news developing today, but we cannot talk about it today. We cannot, because much bigger things are at play right now. Anyway, I think this is massive. This is massive. Let's see if they're going to be able to, put it out, and maybe an announcement or something like that would calm the markets a little bit. But for now, not too much. The United States Department of Aid was founded in, okay, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. Ethereum still holding the upward sloping support here on the RSI and still maintaining the support here, the downward sloping support on the price section, meaning that there is still very much strong bullish divergence there. Unless and until it breaks, then there probably is not going to be any positive news left on Ethereum. Short term, I'm saying, right? Ethereum is always bullish. Crypto is always bullish. It's really up to you to choose a side and pick a side. Nothing has been decided definitively right now. Bitcoin dominance still. Total market cap still same. Total true still same. The stock market is not open right now, so we don't know anything about it. We'll see how the Asian market open, because we also know that there was a tariff imposed on China, like a 10% tariff, which in my humble opinion says a lot, because why would you put 25% on Mexico and Canada and only put 10% on China? So, yeah. Oof, crypto. Rune is one that has been yeah, crypto is a joke. I'm glad I don't hold this Rune thing, because it ruined a lot of people's portfolios. Anyway, let's check if we've got news in the market right now. It seems like we're just stabilizing around the same prices, probably waiting for an indication from the markets to see how the whole thing is going to be reacted to. Because remember, when the tariffs were announced, it was really very close to the markets closing, so there wasn't enough time to react. Why is the Velo community at? What's this all about? I mean, what? Fansboo stars banger in latest anti-American display in Canada. Nah, if we have got a shitty country and it's going down, don't try to, Anyways, man, the news has now become so dry. There is nothing at all. Okay, big news. Okay, I mean, we have seen this one already, that the Canadian dollar is trading as its lowest since 2003. We have seen this one already. I don't know what impact it has on markets, but again, we don't want the dollar to be too strong. We don't want the dollar to be too strong, but the issue with the Canadian dollar is that it has always been down spying. It's crazy. Man. Final warning. This is my final warning. As it relates to confirmations of Donald Trump nominated, they are just 4 points there. Okay. Crypto related news, please, anybody, for all. Let's find out, shall we? 5 hours ago is not news. All right. Yeah. So right now what is happening in the market is just we are in a void, no news, no what, just free falling bigly. Ethereum seems to be holding the 2,900 level very well, as I've been showing you over the last few moments. I've been saying that there's still this bullish divergence happening on the RSI, which is good, because in the other breakouts that we were seeing, for example, between here, this is August 2024, and early November 2024, we were also seeing pretty much the same things happening, right? Once the RSI had bottomed out, it was maintaining these higher lows. So in this range that we are in, if we maintain the same thing, I think that will be really, really great for Ethereum. So I've just been looking at it in the last 20 minutes or so. We have not dipped below $2,900 for Ethereum, and we've been holding the RSI strong. Actually, I would say it's strong. So let's hope that this one holds very well. Yeah, we could also be looking at a scenario like this one, which you can see here, when we had that peak between March and this was what? Yeah, this was just the month of March. You were seeing that pretty much the price action was similar to what we have right now, still trending towards the downside, and we had this upward momentum in the RSI. So if we can manage to have a relief bounce, at least, some people can be able to sell if they want to sell. So let's say here, maybe we go another, that would be cool. That would be cool. A 40% pump from Ethereum takes it right back to something like $4,000. And I'm telling you, at this point, nobody's worried about the market at all. Ethereum is holding the keys, holding support level, still holding $2,900. Let's see if the upward sloping support here on the RSI is going to be holding up. And also checking in with BTC. Are we still above, $97,000? Let's go ahead and find out that, shall we? Bitcoin, BTC, USDT, BTC, USDT. So let's go with the Bitstamp chart. Wow, 97,000 is gone. It's really gone on a daily time frame. That was important to me because that was the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. This is where you usually get supported, but at this space, Not too good. Next support level is $95,000. Man, is this real life? This is not real life. It can't be. $95,000 is the next big support level here, the 702 Fibonacci retracement level. Shout out to the blockchain baker because he's the one who discovered this Fibonacci retracement level, 702. Very important. 95,000. If that is lost, I mean, not too good. But still, we are waiting. Let's go ahead and check in with the dominance because remember, we don't want to see that dominance trading above, like, 65%. I mean, 61.5% or 61.4%. Basically, it's the same thing because that's where the highest high is, 61.5%. If we exceed that, we have essentially set a new high. Setting a new high means that this general uptrend on the Bitcoin dominance is still going to be continuing. That's not too good. That's not too good. In any ways, let's just see if that 61 point something percent has got any bearing in terms of like Fibonacci retracement twos. Wow. Not really, to be honest with you. Not really. But let's find out, shall we? Everything has got a 50-50% chance of happening right now. I didn't check in with gold. Oh, mamma mia. Gold is setting a new all-time high. Gold is setting a new all-time high. Crazy business, isn't it? Guys, are you sure you don't have any other altcoins that you want us to take a look at? Because if we take a look at if we kept taking a look at these indexes, I mean, that's not going to be too good for our mental health, actually, and our general well-being. We have to take a look at some alts. I'm sure there is some movement that is happening there. These other things are just torturing us into oblivion. Really. Let's see if we've got any breaking news coming from the market right now. What is this supposed to mean now? Aliens are real, and apparently they're bullish on ICP technology. Okay, congratulations. Every single time. Yeah, it's true. These things are real in this market, and that's why this market is not for everybody, because who else is going to be sustaining something like a minus 38, minus 33? For altcoins, this is something like 60% already, right? 70%, 40%. It's like pure degen stuff. Bitwise just dropped a truth bomb. Policy changes might stretch Bitcoin's bull market into 2025 and beyond. I'm not sure that's the news that I want to get, right? We had already planned that we'll be retiring by end of March, April, right? 2025. Yeah, okay. In less than 24 hours since the Canadian dollar has, okay, no problem. Tell me, how is this bad? Yeah, Canada is going to capitulate eventually, so people shouldn't be worried too much about these tariffs, right? Mexico already is going to be capitulating too much. If you come to China, it's only a 10% tariff. It's nothing, right? It's nothing, 100%. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why the tariff on China was not as high as 25% on Mexico and Canada, because that would have actually had big implications. If it was China retaliating that 25% tariff, no, this is like a big trade war. But for now, yeah, Canada is going to capitulate. Mexico is going to be capitulating. China, will see about that later on. Bonk, yeah, maybe we can take a look at Bonk, because the other indices, they don't look too good. And we don't want to be sending the wrong message here. Gold, I mean, F gold, we'll buy more gold later on, not today. So Bonk, USDT, and see. Probably it has a good chart, right? Let's see. Looking for some positive news here. This is the monthly chart. Oh, that's cool. What was I doing looking at Bonk? I don't hold any Bonk. I was probably looking for support levels. Yeah. Downward sloping support is gone. This uptrend that has been there ever since February 2024. This is almost a year of upward sloping support. It's just been killed right now. I don't like this too much. I don't like this too much. Can this be the top? I don't know. I just wish it didn't break this. I just wish it didn't break the support level because yeah. You can also see that when, horizontal support is not there yet, because you can be anticipating horizontal support to show up here. So you're still way far off from there. I don't want to say anything about this. Or maybe here, you see? Now I'm trying to fit my own narrative. I don't know. Oh, okay. On the RSI though, there's something interesting. You can see that these are the levels where you have usually gotten a bounce from. I think you can see that. Take a look at this instance. For example, this is what? 15th April 2024. Once you were getting there, you had this bounce, which is cool, about a 300 something percent. You also had the low in the RSI. Maybe we can consider this part here, and that was also kind of marking the bottom for you to have another 370 something percent pump. Now, the thing that you have to take into consideration is that we have also had this uptrend. Right now that we have lost the uptrend, are we also going to lose the downward support here on the RSI? This is something to look forward to. This is really something to point to, because you can already see that in the life cycle of Bonk, it hasn't dipped below, what is this? Yeah, maybe a 23% in terms of this RSI. Right now it's at 31.8. So I think the RSI is going to be showing, a better direction here for Bonk. In its life cycle, it has not dropped below that 22 or something like that in the RSI. So, oh yeah, I was actually saying 32. The RSI is at 29.4 right now. Usually these levels have come with bounces. I'm not really sure this time around because we don't have that uptrend once again, meaning the upward sloping support. So we'll find out, shall we? I'm Jasmy. Yeah, we looked at Jasmy already, and yeah, maybe we can take a look at it one more time. Just see how Jasmy is doing. But it's pretty much following the rest of the market. Jasmy USDT. Let's see from Mexi. Okay. With Jasmy, we have not lost the lows that we had, I think it was 3 days ago on Wednesday. Yeah, we have not lost those ones yet. We are still holding those lows pretty much well. But the thing though with Jasmy is that I've been talking about this drawdown, saying that if you had, been selling this 60%, 40%, 60, 40% drops, you wouldn't have made any money on Jasmy. It's probably just better to hold through those minus 40% and stuff like that, and eventually have this 20x that you saw here. I'm talking about things that actually happened, right? And I saw these things with my own eyes because I've been covering Jasmy ever since then, right? I've been there since I think 22, around September 2022. So we have actually seen this 20x move here for Jasmy. It has never felt like it's a 20x move, to be honest with you. Why? It has always had this minus 65%, minus 46%, minus 40%, minus 65%. So for the most part, we have actually been doing some firefighting here for Jasmy, trying to say, it's gonna go up, it's this and that, overly up 20x, but it was never feeling like that. That's the nature of this market. Trust the numbers. Jasmy coin, ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, spell turbo good pickups. Let's find out, shall we? The thing here with Jasmy is I'm going off of this analysis, just looking at what has happened in the past. If I want to look at general support and resistance levels, there is nothing for me to conclude from there. If I'm just going to be honest with you, maybe we can go with something like, okay, already this is some kind of a top support right here. Then it means that we are already sitting on top of the support level. But also, one could say that there is a lower support right below here. So that is right around 1.6 cents. Okay, so are you going to say if we lose here, maybe 20 cents, we're going to, like 2 cents, we're going down to 1.6 cents? I mean, none of those things make sense to me. It's just that Jasmy is following the rest of the market. It's probably better to look at other bigger things, right? So ICP, we looked at Spell. Maybe we can take a look at the Spell token, but I don't think it was doing too well. Actually, it did well at some point last week, but has actually been going down even before this dump happened. Okay. No, yeah, exactly. Hit resistance and it's coming back. Expected. Exactly as expected. I hope nobody bought this resistance. I just hope nobody bought the resistance, but we'll find out, shall we? Now, eventually, these things will break these resistances. Don't get me wrong. These things will break these resistances and will go even way higher than a lot of people think. For example, if I would be holding the Spell token right now, long term, right, I would be anticipating that at the peak of this bull cycle, you know, somewhere right around here, this is 1.7 cents is a good price target, very good price target. So from where the price is sitting right now, yeah, you'll be looking at a comfortable 12x. Actually, I didn't do that well. I should be more bullish. Yeah, it should be a 17x or something like that. Just getting into a retracement level, right? You're not even looking at going back to the previous all-time high and doing all that crazy stuff. Obviously, when the time comes, we'll be looking at how the general market conditions are. But if we have a weak market, yeah, it's probably better to be looking at retracement levels. But even though a 17x is not bad, so spot is good, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll take a look at Jasmy, but let's take a look at Turbo. Somebody asked for Turbo, so let's look at Turbo, and then I'll go back to Jasmy a little bit. But I've done a little bit of analysis on it. Maybe you can just grab that red button and drag it a little bit, like 2 minutes back. You see Jasmy analysis, nothing too crazy. So Turbo or Turbo, yeah, whatever the case may be. These meme coins are suffering bigly. Next support level is way down here. I mean, I'm saying way down, but it has kind of approached. Still, some pain to show up. So if you would be expecting some kind of a bounce or at least a bit of relief here from this altcoin, you'll be looking at another 34%. It sounds impossible, but that's exactly what this market does. So another minus 29% from Turbo. Not good. In terms of horizontal support levels, right, I don't anything else, but in terms of those horizontal support levels, the support is not yet in. The support is not yet in. If meme coins become, you know, less and less popular, minus 32% once again. Not good. Jasmy. Yeah, Jasmy. I mean, we talked about, yeah, maybe we should talk about it because it seems like people want to see Jasmy again. A lot of my subscribers, I think, are Jasmy people. So I'll do their wish. Something interesting is now happening here with Jasmy. So I was saying here with Jasmy that it's holding support levels already. It has not set a low compared to what it was having back on Wednesday, right? So nothing has changed pretty much here for Jasmy, except that we had a 40% run and we had a big crash, bigly. So support is still holding 2.6 cents right now. In the very worst case scenario, let's say we have some kind of a black swan event, or I don't know, whatever is going to be happening next, maybe we can be saying 1.6 cents is the next support for Jasmy. But even in that scenario, that 1.6 cents wouldn't be able to hold too much because it has been tested so many times. So right now, Jasmy is still holding the main support level right around 2.6 cents right now. Okay. The last time on Wednesday last week, we were dipping all the way to something like 2.3 cents. That's still okay, very much acceptable. But one thing that I wanted to stress here with Jasmy is that, this kind of pullbacks are not new. We have seen stuff like this throughout the whole bull run here for Jasmy. So for context, ever since something like the bottom of the bear market, okay, Jasmy has at some point had a 22x. But if you're holding Jasmy throughout this whole time, I'm very sure that you did not feel like you're making a lot of money. Now, why is it the case? It's because there have been these drawdowns. This one was minus 65%. The second one, which I'll show you right away, here was a minus 45%. The third one here was a minus 50 something percent. The fourth one, March to November basically, was a minus 67% drawdown. Now the one that we are having so far has been a minus 62%. So these things have happened. They have really shaken retail investors so much that they don't believe that Jasmy has had a good run. In fact, Jasmy, at some point, just as I showed you at the beginning of this analysis, has pumped up to 22x. That's 2,200%, as you can see, just right there. So this could as well be just like any of these moments that we have seen, because I don't believe that the Jasmy run is done yet. We have not even touched the first Fibonacci retracement level, which is 8 cents. We have not touched that at all. So nope, it's not over. Now these decisions are made like this, right? It's like jokes and stuff like that. We are saying nope, we're saying no, this is also how the portfolio is being managed, right? So it's either we're gonna be rich off of Jasmy and other altcoins, or we're straight up going to zero. Like, we have to say things that we believe in, right? Jasmy gang, yeah, it's Jasmy. Oh, Hood has been making a lot of noise, but those meme coins, to be honest with you, I don't think I can see it actually on TradingView. I think I can find it on what, on DEX2s, I guess. Yeah, Hood is not here. There is Hook protocol. So for me to be able to access DEX2s, I have to turn on my VPN, which if I turn on my VPN, that's not going to be too good because I have to be off stream for that. I cannot take a look at your altcoin. I'm really sorry, man. Market. Crazy. So, I mean, just to wrap up everything here, Ethereum is holding 2,900 well, and it's now beginning to form a bullish divergence, right? That's number one. That is a positive indication to probably say that, you know what, the worst may be over here if we're already forming some bullish divergences, because sooner rather than later we begin to start a recovery. Number two, the CME gap on Bitcoin shows something like $102,000 for BTC. Now BTC is right around $96,000. For the most part, we happen to feel the CME gaps. So more likely than not, 99% chance we're going to be able to fill this CME gap this week. So at some point this week, there's a 99% chance that we're going to be seeing BTC at $102,000. If that happens, the altcoins which are bleeding minus 20% today are going to be up 60% when this scenario happens. Just know that, right? So let's say if I would be wanting to sell my altcoins, I wouldn't sell today because they've already taken a hit. I would wait for the market to have either a dead cat bounce or a real bounce for me to be able to sell. Not at this much of a big loss. No, just wait for things to become, normalized a little bit. So those are the other things. Another thing that we are taking a look at is the total 2. Now that's good news for the total 2 and the total market cap of all crypto, basically, because they have not broken market structure at all. Still looking very good. If I may show you real quick here, we are still at all-time highs, as you can see, and we are projecting that this market will go as high as something like $10 trillion. So everything is still pretty much at all-time highs here. That's good. What was the other thing that we were looking at? The stock market is closed right now, so there isn't much that we can do. Let me see if we've got any other things that people want to take a look at. Jasmy, terrible coin. Look at ICP gonna break $7, heading down to $4, $5. I have no idea, man. If ICP is gonna be breaking to $4, $5, all I know is that I'm not selling. Not selling Jasmy, not selling ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, not at these prices. Again, I mean, let me just show you what I'm trying to say here, that even if this is the beginning of the bull market, right? Even if it's the beginning of the bull market, you don't sell the initial initial drop, because what happens is that, it's very basic. Move, bonk. You rally, right? You have a parabolic rally, which we have not had right at this point. You drop, this is your initial drop, maybe you may crash 50% or something like that, but 99% of the time you have this mini rally that doesn't get as high as the previous one, and then this is how you go into your bear market, right? And then you do this for the next something, then you start doing this again. So for the most part, I mean, how likely is it going to be that you're going to be selling the exact peak? Very difficult. If the market crashes 50%, where am I going to be selling my Jasmy? Again, if BTC starts recovering and gets into a retracement level, yeah, then this is when I can sell, right? And then we see this. By the way, I'm not talking about fiction right now. These are the things that we have seen every single time in this market. Let me show you, for example. This is the total 2, right? You have this initial drop, rise. Selling this is much better than selling this, because this one is definitely telling you that it's gone. It's gone. Let's see if we've got, oh yeah, you have the same thing right there in 2017 or 2018. You have this initial crash, then you have to rise back once again, probably selling this and shorting, maybe opening some short positions here is a better idea. So even if this is like the beginning of the bear market, no, I know for sure that I will never be able to sell the exact stop. So trying to do that already is playing against the rules. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be able to do that. Anyway, we're in a bull market since 2020. It's near to the end, or is already. Well, I agree with you that it's near to the end, but what does the end look like? The end means that altcoins is in, right? If you tell me that the bull market is over, and then we look at the charts, and we see that Bitcoin has outperformed Ethereum, that was not a bull market. And don't go ahead and tell me that Ethereum is dead. If Ethereum is dead, cryptocurrency is dead. It's gone. Why? 80-90% of this market is built on Ethereum. Look at how many ERC20 tokens are there out there. I mean, yeah, people can say Solana and stuff like that, but other than launching meme coins and stuff like that, what else does Solana do? Let's just be honest. And what happens when the meme hype goes away? Because slowly but surely people are going to understand that this is a pump and dump scheme, right? That has just been packaged in some, image or some cultural kind of a thing. What else are people going to be using Solana for? I don't think there is much, honestly speaking. Sui is a competitive blockchain because it's not all about memes and stuff like that. You can actually see value flocking there. That I would agree that, okay, it's a good thing. So far, the best performers have been Bitcoin, Solana, XRP because it's fundamentally a good project. And also, we did not have a bull run in 2021. So when the lawsuit was obvious that, you know, the SEC was messing around. I mean, it was an automatic ticket for a bull run. What I'm just trying to say here, that there has been a few select altcoins that have really done well. The majority of altcoins have not done well, right? But the truth of the matter is that in each and every single bull market, it always feels like it's going to be a few select that go until the very tail end of this whole thing. So by the time we get to March, if we don't get a full blown altcoin season, yeah, a lot of things have changed in this market that even the most experienced people cannot be able to make money. And I don't think it's the case. Okay, so this is Ethereum, right? Ethereum, from the very bottom of the bull market here, has actually managed to pump 366%. 366%. Okay, no problem. Let's go to Bitcoin and see what BTC has done. BTC in the same period has gone on to do, what's that? Let's record that nice and easy. From the, come on, we don't have all day to be zooming in on the screen and stuff like that. Yeah, so from the bottom of the bear market until it peaked, it pumped 633%. Now compare that to the, you know, 366% here on Ethereum. It's a joke, right? That's crazy. But is something like this normal to happen? No, it's not. It's definitely not normal. Ethereum has to outperform Bitcoin because it's the smaller market cap and it's, you know, much more technologically savvy than Bitcoin and stuff like that. So up until Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, the top is not in. If the top is in, then whatever altcoin you're holding, you're wasting time. Forget about it. If Ethereum is dead, forget about it. Totally forget about it. It's not worth anything because all the innovation is with Ethereum. Anything else that has come after Ethereum is trying to emulate or trying to be better than Ethereum. Up until this point, there hasn't been anything that is better than Ethereum. You can never argue that Solana is better than Ethereum. I don't know what you're doing, right? If anybody says Solana is better than Ethereum, yeah, please show me in the comment section. Let's find out, shall we? In which ways is Solana better than Ethereum? As we speak right now, there are more gas fees being paid on Solana than Ethereum. If you think Ethereum's gas fees are too bad. I don't know why I'm pushing and advocating for Ethereum. I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I should do that because I wanted to pump so that all my altcoins can do that, can pump. So up until Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, now the top is not in, or this whole thing has not been a bull market. And you know how it's going to be reflected, right? If we lose money in our pockets, it's crazy. Who said Ethereum is dead? Everybody online is saying Ethereum is dead. Everybody is saying Ethereum is dead. It's weak as fuck. Retail is not buying. Yeah, retail is buying and losing money every day, all day in meme coins. That's their problem. Jose Casaneda says just came back on any thoughts on hood meme coin. No, bro, I don't do meme. I don't do meme coins. I think there are so many of them. It's very difficult to pick a winner. There are too many of them. Altcoins are just too many themselves. And then if you go into the section of meme coins, that even gets worse. There are so many of them. I don't know how to pick winners and losers from there. So I just try to stay away from them. Okay, Bitcoin has reclaimed $97,000. That's really good. Remember, I'm looking at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and it's exactly at $97,000. I don't want to see a daily candle below that $97,000. In any case, Ethereum is also holding that $2,900 and with a bullish divergence. So that is positive news. The thing that we are looking forward to the most is the massive CME gap right around $102,400. So at some point this week, we should expect BTC to come back and reach $102,000. If it does something like that, your altcoins would have already pumped 40% from the way they are dropping today. So yeah, for me personally, I've already made my decision that if I'm gonna be selling anything, I sell after things have pumped a little bit. And if they don't pump, yeah, you have to wait longer. How do you manage to do that? You invest what you're willing to lose so that you don't lose sleep over it. Thanks for your thoughts. Who was that? Okay, you're asking about, Hood, the meme. I have no idea, no opinion on meme coins. I think there's just too many of them, so very difficult to pick a winner. What do you think about Polkadot and Cubic? Yeah, we'll take a look at Polkadot and Cubic. Polkadot is a project that has not been too good. No development, no anything. Price action is also not too good. I don't know what happened to the project. I really don't know what happened to the project. It was supposed to be... Actually, I forgot the ticker symbol for Polkadot. This is... Wow. Yeah, this is insane. I haven't looked at the chart in that long. So yeah, anyway, with Polkadot, the price action has just been following the rest of the market. You have had this spike of accumulation pattern here, but it has failed to break the top of the resistance 1, 2, 3 times. Now we're getting a rejection. It means we have to wait more. We have to wait more. Appears like it's waiting for the rest of the market to, just decide. But if one person would ask me if I think that Polkadot is going to get into a new all-time high, I'd probably say no. But if I also look at, worst case scenarios here of maybe running into resistance, okay, that would be a 6x. It's not too bad. Up until $35. Yeah, I think this is the worst that it can do. $35,000. $35,000, not $35,000. $35. It should be where it can stop if it has a bad bull run. But right now, just following the rest of the market and still working out the work of accumulation. But these things can take very long, to be honest. Can take very, very long. Cubic, let's see. Cubic, a very good AI project, and one that I happen to like so much because, yeah, exactly. I remember I made a video on Cubic and I was saying that this is not my chart, actually. This is not my chart. The chart that I want is... Oh yeah, this is the chart that I wanted. Yeah, so we have been residing in the channel, but what I've been saying is that yes, normally we expect support to be on top here, but because market makers are getting smarter, they just drop the support level. So up until 1.8, I should be saying, because I cannot put the zeros in front, I think we should be good here. We are still maintaining that channel. So once we get some horizontal support here, right around 1.8, 1.7, I don't know how many zeros are before, but 1.8, 1.7, if you can relate to the current price section, yeah, there should be some kind of a reaction that happens with Cubic. In terms of where it can go, just being super conservative as possible, I'm looking at here the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, but I think that will be too small for a small market cap project like this one to do just a 5x. So a full Fibonacci extension is possible, and right around the 16x is something that I'll be very, very happy with. What a crazy time to be talking about 16x on a day like this. Crazy. Let's find out, shall we? Thoughts on ICP Internet Computer Protocol. Yeah, my thoughts on ICP Internet Computer Protocol is that we have lost the support level here right around $8, and it remains to be seen if we're gonna close the daily candle below the support level, just to confirm that yes, support has been lost. If support has been lost, where exactly are we looking to get some other support? $6.80, yeah, is something that is possible. Am I going to sell my ICP? No, I'm not going to sell my ICP. No. He said that you're going to be the stupidest person on planet Earth or you're going to be the smartest. It's a binary bet, right? Either or. There is no in between. Guys, I'm super tired right now. I thought I would go for long with this live stream, but I'm super tired and nothing has been changing in the last 1.5 hours or so. So I'll probably just call it a day for now. I could not make any video because the market is too volatile. But I hope you got one or two things from the live stream. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you could, please just delicately tap the like button, share the live stream with anybody you want to on X, whatever you can. And yeah, I hope I can make a video tomorrow with new updates on how the stock market opens and a whole bunch of other different things. By then, we'll have much more detail, and we'll also be looking at our portfolios to see how pretty much they're holding. But once again, let me thank you so much. See you on